What's up, everybody? This is Sanitary 103, always promoting clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. So a common question I get is, what's the difference between a protein bar and a protein powder? And is one more superior than the other? Now let's start off with the nutritional information and compare the two. With respect to just simply protein intake, they're pretty similar. Most protein powders per one serving, which is typically one scoop, has anywhere between 20 and 25 grams of protein. Now for a protein bar, there's a little bit more variance, but usually most protein bars have between 25 and 30 grams of protein. So in terms of comparing just protein intake, the powder and the bars are very similar. Now, as far as the carbohydrates and the fat goes, this is where there's a big discrepancy. With protein powders, the fat is very minimal. For one serving, there's typically like 1 or 2 grams of fat maximum, which is very good. And carbohydrates is pretty much nil. It's very non-existent. Maybe 1 carb if that. Protein bars, on the other hand, you do get the good amount of protein just like you do with the protein powder, but unfortunately you get a lot of sugar and a lot of carbs and a lot of fat. The typical protein bar has anywhere between 8 to 10 grams of fat, and carbohydrates, it can range from 25 to up to 35 to 40 grams of fat. So that's something that you definitely need to consider. So based on the nutritional breakdown of fats, proteins, and carbs, I will say that when you're trying to get extra protein, stick with the protein powder. You're going to get a lot of protein with that, but you're not going to get a lot of the crazy extra carbs and the fat and the calories like you do with the protein bar. Now, this doesn't mean that protein bars are completely useless. If you're on the go, obviously you don't have access to a blender at all times, so a protein bar might work. The other thing is that with a protein bar, if you're trying to put on weight like I am in my situation, it's not going to be that much of a big deal to get into extra calories. However, do note that most protein bars, I try not to eat too many of them because they are, a bit processed, so I try to eat more wholesome. It's just personal preference, but make sure if you are on a diet to make sure that you stay below your daily maintenance and you should be okay. Also, one last point I wanted to make before I depart is that if you're trying to meet your protein intake needs, you got to get it from real food. That's where the bulk of your protein intake should come from. Chicken, fish, lean beef, turkey, eggs, egg whites, cottage cheese. It just goes on and on. So you want to make sure you get the majority of your protein from real food and then use protein powders as supplementation if you're on the go and you need to meet your protein needs. Thanks once again for watching this video. The comments and questions are always welcome. And be sure to subscribe for all the latest in diet, health, and fitness if not already. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.